Have you ever wondered if getting a tattoo could really be a sin? What does the Bible actually say about it? Before jumping to any conclusions, know that what we reveal here could completely change the way you see this topic. From a controversial verse in Leviticus to a new perspective on Christian freedom, today you will uncover surprising truths that few know. So stay until the end, because the answer to this question could impact your spiritual life in ways you never imagined. Since ancient times, the practice of marking the body has been part of humanity. In the biblical context, tattoos were associated with specific cultural practices, such as mourning rituals and worship of pagan gods. In Leviticus 19 verse 28, God commanded the Israelites not to make marks on their bodies, a directive reflecting the need to distance themselves from pagan customs. Before forming any judgment, it is crucial to understand this historical and cultural context to avoid applying an anachronistic interpretation to current practices. One of the most cited texts about tattoos is Leviticus 19 verse 28. Do not cut your bodies for the dead or put tattoo marks on yourselves. I am the Lord. However, upon analyzing this verse, we see it is part of a set of laws directed toward the people of Israel. Many of these laws no longer directly apply to Christians, as they were fulfilled and reinterpreted through the New Testament. This leads us to reflect on what truly matters, the essence of the heart before God. Christian freedom, widely explored in the New Testament, teaches us that salvation is not about adhering to Mosaic law but about living by the grace of God. Paul highlights in Galatians 5 verse 13 that we are called to freedom, but it must be used with responsibility and love. With this, the question of tattoos becomes less about fixed rules and more about principles of wisdom and personal discernment. Everything we do should align with our spiritual values. When considering a tattoo, the central question is, why? If it is to glorify God or express something meaningful with a pure heart, it can be seen as a personal expression of faith. However, if the motivation stems from vanity, rebellion, or something contrary to Christ's teachings, it's a moment to reflect and seek guidance. Interestingly, many people today use tattoos as a way to express their faith in God. Bible verses, Christian symbols, and declarations of love for the Lord are found in tattoos worldwide. This challenges us to think about whether harmony can exist between a modern cultural practice and Christian spirituality. After all, God looks at the heart, more than external appearances. The human body is described in the Bible as a temple of the Holy Spirit, 1 Corinthians 6 verse 19. This concept encourages us to care for our bodies and avoid practices that could harm them. However, this does not mean every mark or alteration is sinful. Tattoos can be viewed as neutral, depending on the context and purpose, as long as there is respect for the body given by God. On the other hand, ethical and moral considerations should not be ignored. Tattoos carry messages, impact our public image, and influence our Christian testimony. Each person must evaluate whether what is represented on their body reflects Christ's light and builds up not just themselves but those around them. Everything we do should glorify God, including the choice to mark or not mark the skin. Ultimately, the decision to get a tattoo is deeply personal and spiritual. Your relationship with God should be at the center of any choice. Pray, seek discernment, and reflect on your motives to make a decision that glorifies God and aligns with His will for your life. There isn't a definitive answer for everyone, but there is a loving God ready to guide every heart that seeks Him. So, are tattoos really a sin? As we've seen, the answer isn't as simple as it seems. The Bible teaches us that God looks at the heart and the intentions behind our choices. Beyond external judgment, what truly matters is a genuine connection with God and how we live to glorify Him. Before making any decision, remember, seek discernment, pray, and allow God to guide your path. If this video helped you see this topic in a new light or sparked a reflection, leave a like because it greatly helps spread this message. Subscribe to the channel for more content that challenges and brings you closer to God. Activate the bell to not miss any updates, and, of course, share it with someone who also needs to hear this. And don't forget to check out other videos on the channel because there's a lot of good content waiting for you. See you next time, and may God bless you.